told mom, I only smoke funk the leaf. Throwback nigga, I pull up with the Dutchess. I told my mama what's so good. Trying to be the only one. Trying to be the only son. Trying to hold a nigga gun and shit.
Daddy wanna ride into the morning sun. Tryna tell me love you are the only one. She drive the boat, tryna smoke while she hold my gun. Tryna tell me love you are the only one. Trees wanna be my seat with the recline, even though she be fine, hit her with a decline. Is it just because I am the only one? Trees wanna be my seat with the recline, even though she be fine, hit her with a decline. Is it just because I am the only one? Shut the trees, she stay with the streets. I heard they lead, I wanna know. I'm smoking the woods, she all I know is I'm rocking the mist. She tell me how it feels, she know what it is. I come in the vet, I come for respect. I come for your neck, you know what it is. I'm smoking the weed, that's side with D. She on her knees, she just on the police. She know what it is, she from the hood. Bad was, I'm all in the car, popping a bra. She smoking the weed and drinking Douce. Shawty wanna pull up, shawty wanna pull up. Saying that she not a bimbo when she ride on 4 Giados and she know she dropped the bottle. Oh, she tryna pull up. Oh, she tryna pull up. Oh, she tryna pull up. Daddy wanna ride into the morning sun. Tryna tell me love you are the only one. She drive the boat, tryna smoke while she hold my gun. Tryna tell me love you are the only one. Trees wanna be my seat with the recline, even though she be fine, hit her with a decline. Is it just because I am the only one? Trees wanna be my seat with the recline, even though she be fine, hit her with a decline. Is it just because I am the only one?
Ride around my side of town, girl, you know how it's going down. You crazy. You just like to drive the boat, get dope, and stay wavy. You're a fucking trees, you're a fucking trees, you were for the street. Killer shot, she busted up like Selena. Ass bitch, she looking like she dreaming. She ain't no contender, she only a beginner. Dirty nigga from Granada, bitch don't get nada. Bitch be rockin' Prada, only eat McDonald's. You crazy. You crazy, you crazy. You a Big Mac thing, you fucking lazy. You don't faze me. You fucking crazy. You ain't the only one. 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 You ain't the only one.
Daddy wanna ride into the morning sun. Tryna tell me love you are the only one. She drive the boat, tryna smoke while she hold my gun. Tryna tell me love you are the only one. Trees wanna be my seat with the recline, even though she be fine, hit her with a decline. Is it just because I am the only one? Trees wanna be my seat with the recline, even though she be fine, hit her with a decline. Is it just because I am the only one? Fire! 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 Reppin' the road, foreign status with my name on their toes. These studies have knocked me out. She put the seat back in the Odyssey. Prodigy, little mama wanna suck and to swallow me. Whack ties. I'm not your homie. I'm the one and only macaroni. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? I hope you guys are enjoying your evening now. Hope you guys have enjoyed your week, so far. As you know, today is a Wednesday. We're enjoying ourselves. We're having a good time. We're here to talk about Maino. Maino has dropped a record. Papoose has dropped a record. It has happened. The clap back has happened. The clap back is upon us. We're gonna clap back. 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 The battle has yet to be won. But we got diss tracks to get to. We got diss tracks from Papoose and we got diss tracks from Maino. Now we haven't gotten a diss track from Jomo. I'm still waiting for a Jomo diss track. We're gonna check on Jomo.
during the course of this stream. Maybe we'll get a diss track today from Jomo. I do want to hear a diss track from Jomo. Jim Jones. Let me actually go to his. Let me go to his Instagram right now. Let me just see if he dropped something so far, because we got a Maino diss track. We're gonna get to the Maino diss track. We got to get to the Maino diss track. You know, but I don't think he's dropped anything yet. Yeah, I don't see nothing. Okay, fit check. Okay, we don't got nothing from Maino. We don't got nothing from Jomo yet. Now let's go check on Maino. Maino did drop a diss track today against 50 Cent. Happened earlier today. And you know, he was clapping at him. I haven't reacted. I haven't heard the track yet, so this is my first reaction. You're gonna get my first reaction from this track. You're gonna hear exactly how I'm feeling about it. Let me see if I can find this thing. What is it? It's called "Bleed Like Us." Bleed like us. Now, give me a second. Give me a second. I felt like this. This is how I felt, right? I felt like I didn't necessarily want a diss track from Maino. And the reason why I didn't want a diss track from Maino is because Maino can't rap. Maino's not a good rapper. He's been a trash rapper his whole career. I mean, we can go through the historicity of Maino. From high hater. I mean, he's always been a trash rapper. He's always been a garbage rapper. He's never been talented at rapping. So the last thing that I wanted was a diss track from Jermaine Cole. Excuse me, not what is his last name? I know it's Jermaine. What is it? Jermaine. Let me see something real quick. I know it's Jermaine. Maino. What's this nigga's name? I know it's Jermaine. Jermaine, what is it? Jermaine. What is Maino's real name? Maino's. It's Maino. It's Jermaine something. Oh, Jermaine Coleman. Jermaine Coleman. Wait, isn't that what's the isn't J. Cole's name Jermaine Coleman too? Or am I bugging? Hold on. They got the same. Oh, Jermaine Lamar Cole. Okay, I'm bugging. All right. So yeah, Jermaine Coleman dropped the diss track. Let's get into without further ado, let's get into the Maino's diss track against 50 Cent. Now again, like I said, you know, Maino is not a good rapper. I'm not expecting to hear quality bars. I'm not expecting to hear lyrics that's going to blow me away, but maybe he'll get disrespectful. Maybe he'll say maybe he'll have some one-liners that we could, you know, vibe with. But let's get into the diss track. It's called Bleed Like Us from Maino. This is a 50 Cent diss track. Let's get into stuff. He want the smoke. Maino, do you really want the smoke? Because let's be honest, you know, and we're gonna be honest tonight. We're gonna be honest tonight. Maino, we know you got a street rep. We know that you did your kidnapping. You know, you had your kidnapping charge. You did this, you did that in the streets. But let's be honest, in the hip hop industry, you're only known for slapping Young Berg. You put hands on Young Berg. And I gotta be honest with you, that was unwarranted. Yeah, did he get fly with you inside the club? But at the end of the day, like, come on, bro. It's Young Berg. You don't get no points for slapping Young Berg, Maino. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's just speak real. You smacked Young Berg and then you walk around hip hop like you Superman. What's the 50 Cent bar? They say I walk around like I got an S on my chest. Maino walk around like he got an S on his chest. But your claim to fame is slapping Young Berg. Fire! 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 Your claim to fame is slapping Young Berg. So, you know, I don't really necessarily believe all the thug bars. I mean, I'm not really, you know... I mean, maybe in your past life you was like that, but I mean, I don't think he's like that today, respectfully. No disrespect to Maino. But let's get back to saying that you took a life in your life, Maino. Be careful what you say on these records, Maino. Like, I know you're trying to convince us like you're tougher than 50 Cent. You're more gangster than 50 Cent. But I mean, be careful what you're saying on these records, talking about you never took a life. Have you taken a life, Maino? Be careful what you saying on these records, Maino, because we might have to look into your record now. He talking about 50 Cent never took a life. Maino, are you telling us that you have taken a life? We need to know now. Let's continue.
For when you come at me, nigga, you couldn't humble me. Why the ones you beef with end up in Fed custody?
Okay. I like that bar. Now remember, we're going to be breaking down some of these lyrics. Why does everyone you beef with end up in Fed custody? Now, that's a good bar, Maino. Now, let's be honest. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, I think we're back. We went out for like 1 second. I think we're back here. But Supreme McGriff, he beefed with 50 Cent, and he ended up in Fed custody. I think he's doing time in what, ADX right now? I think he's doing time in ADX, life in prison. These are one of the people that Maino's talking about. Why did Supreme McGriff and listen, we know Supreme McGriff, he had, he was deep in the streets. He was allegedly attached to the Jam Master Jay homicide. He was attached to the E Money Bags homicide and other felonious capers. But he was closely tied to the 50 Cent situation. And his name and 50 Cent's name did get brought up in the federal trial. They did allege that Supreme McGriff had something to do with the shooting of 50 Cent. Another person that 50 Cent beefed with, what was it? Jimmy Henchman. Another person that had something to do with 50 Cent ended up in federal custody. Who else ended up in federal custody? Diddy, another one of 50's ops. So this is 3 people who had an issue with 50 who ended up in federal custody. Let's get back. How would y'all grade that record? What would y'all rate that record? I felt like he should have just gave us a solid second verse. I like a little bit of the things he was saying. Salute to the real Phone Jones. I felt like he could have went a little harder. I would like, now remember, we know that Maino is not a lyrical nigga. He's not lyrical, but I felt like he could have dived in a little bit deeper. He alleged about, he talked about, why is everybody that you beef with ends up in federal custody? And we talked a little bit about that. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody 50 beefs with ends up in federal custody. That's a fact. The real Phone Jones says it was mid. I agree. Listen, if I had to grade it on a curve, I'd give it about a 6. It wasn't bad. I like the beat. I think he had points. He had some points in there that were, I thought he articulated some of the points well. But I just wish he would have went a little bit harder. I don't expect a lyrical masterpiece, but I expect at least some disrespect, and I expect for him to at least, peel back the layers on, on the whole, if you feel that 50 Cent is a rat, or if you feel that 50 Cent is a snitch, if you feel like, everybody he's beefed with has ended up in federal custody, then let's speak about it. Let's peel back that layer. What exactly are you trying to say? Are you telling us that 50's a snitch? Are you telling us that he's a rat? Let's play this record one more time, and let's see what we can. Maybe I missed something. Let's get back into this record one more. 50 do be looking weird in some of them pictures. I ain't gonna hold you. 50 do be looking kind of sick in them pictures. Hold on. 50 do be looking kind of like, I don't know. Hold on. Give me 1 second, bro. 50 do look like his skin be a little loose or something going on. Now he looked healthy in these pictures. In that picture he looked healthy. But see, some of these pictures be AI generated. This is an AI generated picture. I'm looking for a real authentic picture of 50. Yeah, you know, I don't know. He do be looking sick sometimes. Sometimes 50 do be looking sick. I'm not saying he's dealing with anything like that, but he do be looking sick sometimes. Right here, let me see this picture. Yeah, he look a little sick in this picture right here. Am I bugging? Am I bugging? Do he look a little sick? You know, I don't know if he's stuffing hams in his cheeks. The Real Phone Jones says that Papoose track is fire. We're gonna get to that too. We're gonna get to that Papoose track because yeah, I haven't heard that Papoose track either. I haven't heard that one yet, but so we got to get to that yet. But is Maino on to something? Does 50 look a little bit sick? Is 50 dealing with something? Now I'm not trying to put that on him, but is he dealing with something? Because I have noticed that. I have noticed that. Now I don't know. But you know, he's bringing it to light. He's talking about it. Let's get back into the track though. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the Maino track. I am not feeling the Maino track. Maino, I gotta be honest with you, man. That was trash. I think I'm gonna bump down the score. I gave it a 6. I think I want to give it a 4. It wasn't good enough. You know, it was dumpster juice, actually. I'm starting to feel like this was landfill music, bro. You could have came harder, bro. I'm gonna toss that disc record into the landfill. I'm gonna toss that disc record into the, well, you know the garbage thing, the garbage receptacles and the projects. The trash compactors in there, you stuff the garbage down there. I think I'm gonna toss it down there. It was kind of dumpster juice. He could have went way more disrespectful. Maino, we know you not no lyrical, miracle, spiritual nigga. We know, Maino, we know. We don't expect you to rap like a Papoose. We don't expect you to rap like a Jada Kiss. We don't expect you to rap like a like a qualified MC. You could have went more disrespectful, Jermaine. This ain't good enough. The nigga put you on the Summer Jam screen. He put you up getting $150 and Comstock. And you ain't got no, like, come on, bro. We saw what 50 put up on the screen. I was hoping for more disrespect from Jermaine. It wasn't enough disrespect in that record, if you ask me. I want to hear Jermaine get wild disrespect. Because listen, 50 took it there. No more tricks. Let me put that back on the screen. Because 50 took it there. He took it there. So I don't want to hear you hold back now, Maino. Maino, I don't want to hear you hold back now. Because he took it there with you. When he put this on the Summer Jam screen, hold on, let me put that up on the screen right quick. Because when I saw this, I was like, oh nah, Maino got to clap back now. And that was about Maino. That bar was about Maino.
I pull up in different whips and chains, switching lanes. Boy, I hear that shit you're saying, so I'ma get with you, man. Catch him.
When he put this up on the screen of Maino catching the $150, right? This was wild disrespectful. When he put that up on the screen, that was wild disrespectful, Maino. At this particular point in time, Maino, it was time to grab the strap. Enough rapping. Tell that nigga get the strap. He didn't put you up on the Summer Jam screen catching the $150. Making fun of what happened to you, clowning you for what had happened to you. That was foul, Maino. That was foul. So I was just hoping for Jermaine to just go a little harder. Go a little harder. Go wild, disrespectful. You see how King is moving. You see how King is moving. King is wild, disrespectful. So I think you should have went wild, disrespectful on 50. 50 was talking crazy on that record. So yeah, I'm gonna give this record. At first, I gave it a 6, but I think I'm going to lower this record. I'm gonna give this record a 4. I don't think he understood the assignment. I think Maino should have went harder. He should have gotten more disrespectful. You know, exactly like what I'm saying, nobody expected Maino to come with this lyrical masterpiece. Nobody expected it. Nobody was expecting you to have these crazy bars that was gonna make us screw up our faces. Nobody expected that, Maino. But we at least expected you to, come on here and say something disrespectful. And I don't feel like the disrespect was good enough. I feel like the stuff that King has been saying, salute to T.I.'s son, I feel like the stuff he's been saying been way more harder. The antics he's been doing been way more disrespectful. So I in my opinion, I'm gonna give this record I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give this record a 4. Now let's get to the Papoose record. Because the real Jones said that the Papoose record was way harder. Agent Provocateur. This is a 5-minute diss track. Let's play this record. Let's play this Papoose record. Let's see what Papoose talking about on here. Let's see what Papoose got to say about 50. Hard already. This is hard already. This is hard already. This is harder already. Now, I'm not going to lie. I heard that before because it's always been like a mystery, because I've heard this before that people used to say, because 50 used to run around saying he took 9 shots, right? And I've heard this rumor before that it really wasn't 9 shots. 50 was never shot 9 times. He got shot fewer times, but he's been running around saying he got shot 9 times or whatever, right? So I've heard that before. So for Papoose to bring that to light and bring that back up, I like that. Let's get back into this record. I already like this better than the Maino. He's breaking down a lot of stuff right now. Let's get back into this Maino. Let's get back into this Papoose, not Maino. Maino verse was trash. Maino, what Maino did was garbage. We're gonna throw Maino's diss track into the landfill. We're gonna dump Maino's diss track into the project dumpster. This Papoose is coming with the heat right now. Let's get into this Papoose. Papoose coming with some heat. Let's get into it.
Hey yo, 50, you a bitch, man. You can't bully no Brooklyn nigga.
You are now.
And that's facts. Ain't no Queens nigga gonna bully no Brooklyn nigga. When have you ever heard of a Queens nigga, Queens, bullying a Brooklyn nigga? That out the Brownsville. That's out the Bedford-Stuyvesant. You ain't never heard no Queens nigga bully a Brooklyn nigga. Brooklyn niggas do the bullying. Papoose had to give y'all some culture. Ooh, is that true? Is 50 Cent paying goons? Somebody let me know. Is 50 Cent paying for the goons? Is he paying for the goons? Is that why him and Fat Joe are so cool? Listen, Papoose may have the spill on 50, because listen, we all know 50 Cent and Fat Joe, they cool now, right? They cool. You see them at the games together, all hugged up. They damn near kissing one another. They all cool now, right? Is 50 Cent paying? Is 50 Cent paying for the goons via Fat Joe? Because we know Fat Joe be having the goons too. Salute to Culture. He says, hold on. Culture says, but ish. Maino's bars was nice too. Maino's bars was trash. You know the trash compactor in the project hallways? That's where I'm throwing his verse into. I'm throwing his verse into the trash compactor into in the projects. We're gonna leave his verse in the pissy elevator. Couture says Queens ain't effing with Brooklyn. For real, for real. Listen, man. I don't know Queens niggas to bully Brooklyn niggas. Brooklyn niggas ain't getting bullied by no Queens niggas. Never. I have never seen a Queens nigga bully a Brooklyn nigga. The only borough type of nigga that could rival a Brooklyn nigga is a Bronx nigga. A Bronx nigga gonna take it there. A Brooklyn nigga gonna take it. A real authentic Brooklyn nigga is gonna take it there, and a real authentic Bronx nigga, he gonna take it to hell. That's a fact. But I don't know Queens niggas. Now I'm not saying Queens niggas is soft. I'm not saying Queens niggas don't get down. I'm not saying Queens niggas don't get it together. I'm not saying Queens niggas don't, ain't down for this. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't know Queens niggas to bully Brooklyn niggas. I don't know. I never seen that. Couture says Brooklyn niggas don't get bullied nowhere in life. That's a fact. A real authentic Brooklyn nigga, he ain't getting bullied. Nigga. It's a fact. Let's get back into this record. See what my man Papoose. See what my man Papoose talking about. See what he getting into here with this diss track. What are we talking about? Let me get back into it.
You even hate on your own crew. Why you be dissing Banks? Is it cause he nicer than you or cause you just a snake?
Ooh, okay. 50 do be hating on Banks. 50 do be hating on Banks. Why he be hating on Banks so much? He's always hating on Banks. Always kicking Banks back in. Always talking crazy about Banks. He know that's Tony Yayo's man. But he insists on kicking his back in. Why he be doing that? Why y'all think he be doing that? Why do y'all think 50 be doing that? Because I think that's some sucker stuff too. That's some sucker ish what he be doing with Banks. I don't like that. Let's continue. Oh my gosh. Fire! Papoose is on his neck, man. Papoose is on his neck. Listen, man. Papoose is on his neck. I'm loving this energy from Papoose. He's on his neck right now. I'm loving this energy from Papoose. In fact, what was up with that? What was 50? What was you doing? Hold on. 50 holding sex toy. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. 50 Cent holding thing. You know what? I'm not gonna look that up because I'm not gonna look that up because I don't want nothing. I don't want more stuff to pop up on my screen in terms of that. But y'all seen the picture? I think King has it. Hold on. Let me go to King's. I think King has it. Give me 1 second. King. I think King has it on his thing. Maybe I could pull it up on King's thing. King Harris. Yeah, I seen King post it. But yeah, King Harris. Where my man King at? My boy King at? King Harris. King Harris Instagram. Yeah. The next King. Let me see if he still got it up here. Here we go. Yeah, 50. He was holding sex toys in an interview. What up with that? 50. What's the science on that? What's the science of you holding up dildos in the interview? What's up with that? Kada. Wait, Kane Daddy. Salute to Kane Daddy. Laugh my ass off. Papoose and Maino have never had a hit or a platinum album their whole career. That's a fact. That's a fact. But at the end of the day, they clapping at 50, and they are bringing up some. Listen, 50 is a bully. Can we all agree 50 is a bully? Now, at a certain point, you're gonna bully the wrong person. And people are not gonna just sit back and just let you bully them. 50 is always bullying people. He's always talking down on people, and Papoose had enough. Maino had enough. A lot of people had enough. King had enough. T.I. had enough. So everybody's clapping at 50 now. And I'm not gonna lie, this picture looks wild. Why is 50 holding these things in his hand? Can anybody tell me why 50 thought it was smart to hold these things in his hand? He looked happy, don't he?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
He looked happy. You telling me 50 don't look happy with that in his hand? He don't look like he's having a good time? I am having the time of my life, holding this dildo in my hand, and I swear it to you, I'm having the time of my life. He's having a good time holding a schlong. I'm not your homie, I'm the one and only macaroni. Why was he smiling ear to ear? He got the Kool-Aid smile. He got the Kool-Aid smile. He's gripping that thing, whipping that thing. What's up with 50? Why was he holding a rubber ducky dildong in his hand? He got the whole world in his head. He got the whole world in his head. Can one of you 50 Cent G-Unit soldiers break that down to me? Because I'm pontificating on that. Why is he holding that thing in his hand? Why is he holding it in his hand? See, y'all getting quiet now. Y'all getting quiet. Y'all was bigging up 50. Y'all was championing 50. But none of y'all want to address him holding this rubber ducky dildong in his hand. I want to know what's up with that. Well, I need to know what's up with that. These pictures is wild. These pictures is wild. These pictures is wild. These pictures are absolutely wild. Wild. Absolutely wild. Let's get back to this diss record though. He's killing him right now. And listen. He's not saying stuff that people haven't said before. What he just said in those last two bars is absolutely fact. The Locks killed him. The Locks killed him in that battle when he was going back and forth with Jadakiss and Styles. They was killing him on the mixtapes. They couldn't compete. They couldn't compete with Styles and Jada on those mixtapes. They was torturing the G-Unit. And let's be honest, if we look back, G-Unit was catching L's in the streets. Yeah, on record, it was G-Unit. Bo, get it poppin'. Bo, we can get the ish poppin'. Yeah, bo. It was all of that on the record, but on the streets, on the street level, it was none of that. They was taking left and rights of L's on the street level. On the street level, they were taking L's right and left. That's an absolute fact. Murder Inc. done put bullet holes in 50. They done stabbed him up. They done punched him in his face, took his chain, whooped his ass. He got the first airplane smoking out of New York when the beef was on with Preem. Let's just be real. 50 Cent was taking a lot of L's in the streets, but people don't want to talk about that. They want to sweep that underneath the rug, and they want to focus on, yeah, 50 Cent killed Ja Rule's career. Yes, did he beat Ja Rule's career on a music level? Did he get Ja Rule out of here on a music level? Yes. But Murder Inc. did not take any L's in the streets. 50 Cent was getting poked up. He was getting shot up. He was getting punched in his face, walking through them doors. He was scared for his life. Preem put a hit on him. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not trying to clown 50. You know, he was beefing with some serious dudes. But people don't want to tell that part of the story. They so focused on 50 Cent killing Ja Rule's career, 50 Cent getting Murder Inc. up out of here. But the reality is 50 Cent took a lot of L's in the streets. He took a lot of L's in them streets. People don't want to talk about that. Let's get back into this Papoose record, though.
Rick Ross won. Your other beef was kind of close.
You know, Rick Ross did win that beef. If we're going to go back, if we're going to have go back, 50 Cent did beat him in that battle because they had a battle as well. 50 Cent lost that battle against Rick Ross because he tried to do the Officer Ricky and all this stuff. He lost that battle to the baby mother. We talking about the baby mother now. We getting to the baby mother now. Get your popcorn. Get your popcorn ready. Get the extra butter. Get your popcorn. Get your what you want? Caramel. Get your popcorn ready. We're getting into the baby mother here. We're getting into the baby mother, the one that Puff was violating, tooting it and booting it, rooting it and cooting it. We're getting to the baby mama. Let's see what he got to say with the baby mama. Let's see what he got to say. See what he got to say.
Daphne didn't bring you too much joy. Hiding that you got herpes makes you a fuck boy. Why you
did 50 Cent catch the herp? Hold on, you gonna make me look that up. Hold on, let me look that. Now I have no knowledge of this. This is what Papoose is saying. 50 Cent herpes. Hold on, because this is the first time I heard this. Claims that rapper 50 Cent has herpes are unfounded rumors stemming from a public feud with boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. I had no knowledge of this. Let's get into this. Hold on. Because Papoose is alleging that 50 Cent has the herp and others. There has been no verified information or official confirmation to support these allegations. Furthermore, the primary sources of these claims are Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s social media post. Mayweather repeatedly used his long-standing beef with 50 Cent to post old articles and make Instagram posts insinuating that the rapper had STDs. He even cited 50 Cent's son's mother as a source for the claims.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Hold on. I've never heard this before. Hold on. Let me see if we can go back and find that post. Hold on, give me 1 second. This is Spider Loke. Now, what's Spider Loke talking about? Spider Loke is giving y'all the real about the herpes rat 50 Cent. Hold on. Now, if you don't know who Spider Loke is, we're going to get into this. Because Papoose has now alleged that 50 Cent has the herp. Now, if you don't know who Spider Loke is, because this is what the post sent me to. Spider Loke, he used to be down with G Unit, right? Give me 1 second, y'all. Because I got way too many things open right now. I don't need this open, and I definitely don't need this open. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me just close some of these other things up. We need that record open. Yeah, we close that up. Okay, now Spider Loke, he used to be down with G Unit. Let me just show y'all. Spider Loke. Because some of y'all don't remember Spider Loke was down with G Unit. When the game left G Unit, G Unit decided to hire another West Coast rapper. They tried to hire another West Coast rapper, and they thought he was going to pop off. They thought he was going to be the next big thing out of the West Coast. It didn't necessarily pan out. So Spider Loke was supposed to be the next game. He was supposed to fill that void that Game left. When Game left G-Unit, he was the only West Coast artist. Spider Loc was supposed to fill that void. So just want to let y'all know who he is, because some of y'all may not remember who Spider Loc was. Now let's get into what the post sent me to, because Papoose is saying that 50 Cent has herpes, right? Floyd Mayweather has also made these claims, allegedly. Now we're having Spider Loc here, and he's about to get into it. Now let's see what he has to say.
So, my intuition, my intelligence leads me to believe he contacted the person he made the watch for, and I got a fake watch in return. Yeah, he mad Floyd went in on him. He should need to shut up his mouth and stay out of everybody's business. Can't get mad when you running around poking your nose in everybody's business like a bitch. That's what bitches do, my nigga. Oh, my mama. Niggas don't know. I was around 50 when he first started talking to Floyd on the telephone. That nigga's like a big old faggot, so happy to be talking to Floyd on the speakerphone, letting everybody hear what he say. Couldn't start buying cars and shit till he started talking to Floyd on the phone. First, you to get a speech about you don't buy that type of shit because it lose. All it does is depreciate. Got to talking to Floyd on the phone. Next thing you know, he want to buy cars and shit. Hey, what up, cuz? So, my intuition,
I don't hear nothing about STDs here. I think in this clip he's just agreeing with what Floyd said. I think what happened was Floyd deleted, and of course let me say we don't agree with nothing he said about the about the LGBTQ community. We support people from that community. I have no smoke for that. I don't agree with what he said in that post. When he said what he said with the F word, I don't agree with that. I just want to let that be known. But in terms of what Spider Loc is saying here, I think he's just agreeing when Floyd Mayweather had posted. I think it's since been deleted. I don't think he's standing by it anymore. Let me see something. Other musicians and social media commentaries, other individuals and rappers, Papoose, social media have referenced the claim during online disses and discussion. These allegations remain personal assaults. So it hasn't been verified. Now, let me just look into one more thing. Floyd Mayweather, 50 Cent. 50 Cent. Herpes. Because Papoose is making the claim that 50 Cent has herpes. This is BET.com. This is back in the day. This thing calls broke bad father. Mayweather calls 50 Cent a broke bad father with herpes after Curtis called. Hold on, let's go back up here because I've never heard this before. This is the first time I'm hearing this. I must have missed this back when it was going down. Mayweather calls 50 Cent a broke bad father with herpes after Curtis called him illiterate again. So okay, this was happening around the time when 50 called him illiterate. You remember the famous post that he did when he he was on the stoop and he was talking about, I'll give you $50 million if you could read a Harry Potter book. That thing. I think this was going around that time. Give me 1 second. Let me just see. After a week of shady comments, Floyd fired back at 50 with a whole novel calling him a broke snitch, bad father with herpes. Okay, now this is the post that he wrote because it's since been deleted. I don't believe it's still up. Let me click this. Let me see if this. Let's see if it's still up. Yeah, that link has been deleted. So let's read that. They did keep the post. So let's read this post because we're trying to get to the bottom of 50 Cent having herpes because Papoose has made the claim that 50 Cent has herpes. Now I have no knowledge of such, but he did make that claim. Curtis confidential informant Jackson, you're mad because your oldest son Marquis' mother doesn't want to be with you. Your son, your own flesh and blood, don't want nothing to do with you. You haven't had a hit song on the radio and who knows when. And you're definitely not hot enough to even sell records anymore. So Interscope dropped you. You are jealous of any rapper, athlete, or entertainer that's hot or got something going on for themselves. You are a certified snitch. Call them a certified snitch. And we got the paperwork to prove it. You talk about Ja Rule, but you stole his whole style and ran with it. That is a fact. You're the only self-proclaimed gangster that's never put in work. You need to pay homage to the real 50 Cent for stealing his name in the storyline. Your claim to fame was getting shot numerous times and living to tell it. And you think that's gangster? Where at? You're currently living in a effing apartment in Jersey. You are always in somebody else's business just to stay relevant. You should just become a blogger because it's obvious you don't have nothing going on in your life. Are you mad that Kanye West ended your career? The only thing you got going on is power, and everybody else watches that because, and everybody watches that because of Ghost is a dope ass character on the show. You can leave the show. Everybody will still watch Power. But out here in the real world, this is a long ass post. In the real world, I'm the real Ghost. That's not a mansion in Connecticut. That's your debt for. That's a dump, a money pit, an oversized trap house. It was dope when he's talking about 50 Cent's old crib. When Mike Tyson had it in the late 80s, early 90s, but you couldn't afford it or maintain it. You're always talking about somebody is broke. But the last time I checked, it was Curtis Jackson that files for bankruptcy, not Floyd Mayweather. Now I think I think both of them is broke. Well, not broke in the sense of a regular people, but broke in the sense of in the celebrity sense. I do think that Floyd has not done a great with money management. I think 50's better. I think 50's better. I think 50's in a good space now in terms of financially than he was when he filed for bankruptcy. And he filed Chapter 11. He was really trying to hide some money from a lawsuit. But I do think Floyd is not the best with money. We can see he's still fighting and still doing these fights. But let's get back into the post, though. Last time I checked, it was Curtis Jackson that filed for bankruptcy, not Floyd Mayweather. So quick to jump, so quick to gossip like a bitch. Why don't you tell everybody how you got the herpes from DJ? Hold on. Let's highlight that. You got the herpes from DJ. Are we talking about Daphne Joy? Are we talking about Daphne Joy?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Did 50 Cent catch the herp from Daphne Joy? Hold on now. This is open up a can of worms now. This has opened up a can of worms now. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we just opened up a can of worms. Because my head just exploded right now. Is the reason why 50 Cent has been on a warpath with Diddy. Let's put that documentary, Diddy, The Reckoning. Let's put that on the Summer Jam screen. Diddy, The Reckoning. Diddy, The Reckoning, Netflix. Let's put that on the screen here. Is the reason why 50 Cent has been on a warpath with Diddy? Is it because he caught the herp from Daphne Joy via Diddy?
You don't find that suspicious?
I'm asking the question. Listen, we know what happened with Daphne Joy. We know that Daphne was out here having reckless sex with Diddy, having reckless sex with sex workers. Am I wrong? Hold on. Salute to Cook. He says, why is it that the lamest, most unknown, and lowest paid rappers always dropping diss records on people? Listen, man, I think that Papoose has a right to say what he has to say. I think he has a right to. 50 Cent said his name. He just clapping back. Let's get back to this, though. Is this because now we got a conspiracy? We have a conspiracy here, and I need some more like enlightenment on this topic here. I need some more enlightenment. Is the reason why 50 Cent has been going so hard on Diddy is because he caught the herp by way of Daphne Joy? Daphne Joy was having reckless sex with sex workers and Diddy. Did he possibly catch something via this whole thing? Is it possible? Is this why Diddy chaps the ass of 50? Robert says you made corny, too much repeating yourself. I'm out. Hey Robert, you can go catch the herp yourself, okay? Nobody's asking you to be here. This is a research show. This is a research show. This is not about you. It's a research show. All right? Got enough people here. We don't need you, brother. Peace out. Now, back to what I was saying, right? Because I'm trying to figure out. Because I've never heard this. That's why my head is kind of spinning right now. Because I want to know why. Is this new? Because I've never seen this before. I've never heard Floyd talk about this. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I got to remove this idiot. There we go. Remove them out of here. He's out of here. So quick to gossip like a bitch. Why don't you tell everybody how you got the herp from DJ? Where's your memes for that, huh? Or better yet, post on how your Coca-Cola deal wasn't really for 300 mil. You effing liar. And tell how that spinning G-Unit necklace that somebody got robbed for was fake. Just remember, I was with you every day, and your driver, Bruce. My driver also. I know where all the bones are buried. To be easy, Curtis Jackson. By the way, don't ask to borrow no more money from me. What do y'all think is the culprit? Do y'all think that happened? Or do y'all think that that's possibly true? I have no clue if that's true. This is the first time I heard it. But, clearly, Papoose has done some research. Because I've never heard that before. I've never heard that about the herp. I never heard that before. Let's get back into the diss record. Hard diss record, man.
You don't find that suspicious?
This was a hard diss record. This was a hard diss record. This was a 5-minute onslaught of 50 Cent. I like this record. I'm gonna run this back one more time. Cause I like this record. I think this is what a diss record should be. This is what a diss record should be. You should have us looking up things. You should have us researching things. You should have us saying, "Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I remember that." That's what a great diss record should be. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's play this one more time. Remember that one too. 50 had his legs up in the air, spread eagle, while Vivica was tossing a salad.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
50, was your legs in the air like this when Vivica was tossing your joint? Was you hitting the foot? Was your legs hitting the field goal pose when she was eating the salad? When she was tossing it, flossing it, rooting it and tooting it from the rooter to the tutor. I forgot about that. Let me put a poll. Let me put a poll on here. Let me put a poll on because Papoose is cooking this nigga. Papoose is cooking this nigga. Give me 1 second. Let me get the poll in here going. Hold on. Get the poll in here. Give me 1 second. Because I do want to ask a question. Papoose or Maino? Better diss record? We already know what the answer is. just want to gauge what y'all feel. I already saw. Who had the better diss record? Who had the better diss record? Papoose or Maino? Who had the better diss record? Papoose or Maino? Be honest. Who had the better diss record? We know the answer. We know the answer. I want to gauge how y'all feeling. Who had the better diss record? Who had the better diss record? Because Papoose is killing this nigga. Papoose is absolutely murdering this dude. It ain't much he can really say more on this record. I feel like, and the thing about this is, what is 50 gonna do? 50 ain't gonna rap. 50 ain't gonna rap back. You think 50 gonna rap back? He gonna rap with Papoose? He ain't gonna rap. And there's nobody around 50 that could inspire him to rap. There's nobody around 50 that's gonna inspire him to rap. That's going to inspire him to kick some bars. You think Uncle Murder gonna get in the booth and rap with Papoose? You think Tony Yayo gonna get in the booth and rap with this nigga? None of these niggas ain't gonna rap. Ain't none of these niggas gonna rap. Ain't none of these niggas gonna get in the booth and rap with a Papoose. 50 Cent gonna say, "Oh, I'm working on a new Power series. I'm working on Power, Star Trek. We're gonna have Power in the space now." He ain't gonna get in no booth and rap with this nigga. Papoose absolutely eviscerated 50 Cent in this record. Eviscerated. Tore the nigga to shreds. Let's get back into it.
He work for the government. He just an industry plant. They don't.
And does 50 Cent work for the government? And does anybody know anything about this herpes situation? Papoose has made the claim that 50 Cent has the herp. Floyd Mayweather has made the claim that 50 Cent has the herp. Is 50 Cent running around with that NBA young boy? What did you guys think of the Papoose diss track? What did you think of the Papoose diss track? What did you think of the Maino diss track? Who came harder? I'm gonna give it to Papoose tonight. Papoose put a foot in the ass of 50 Cent. I don't expect 50 Cent to come back. I don't expect 50 to come back with some bars. Let me take a look at something. Let me see if is there anything online. Let me go to some people's posts. Let me go to 50 Cent. Let me see if 50 Cent posted anything yet. Did 50 Cent post anything yet? Did 50 Cent post anything yet? Give me 1 second. Take a look. He did not post anything yet. Let me go to academics. Let me see if, is there any new news budding? Nothing. Listen, man, if you ask me, 50 Cent, you need to call this man up. Hold on. Let me put this man on the Summer Jam screen. Salute to this man. You need to call this man up. You got King on record disrespecting you. You need to call this man up right here. You need to call up PLK. You need to call up Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks is the only one that can help 50 right now. Cause the thing about 50, he don't got no spitters around him no more. You got Uncle Murder. Like, what is Uncle Murder going to do for you in lyrical combat right now? They can't do nothing for you. They can't do nothing for you. They can't do nothing for you right now. Salute to Damos. He says, He looked the rite of passage. His new name is Bubbles. Yes, Bubbles sounds better. What should 50 do? Should he call? Should he get on the phone and call up Banks? I think he should get on the phone and call Banks because I mean, he needs some bars, man. Uncle Murder ain't gonna give him no bars. Tony Yayo can't give him no bars right now. And let me know what track y'all was vibing with better. I'm looking at the poll right now. Let me take a look at that poll. We got a few votes. Most people are saying Papoose had the better record. No surprise. No surprise. Make sure y'all vote. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Most people are saying that Papoose had the better record. That's no surprise. No surprise. No surprise there. Hopefully we'll hear more. We'll hear more. I don't think we got anything new from Maino. Did Maino say anything else? Let me see. Maino. Let's see what Maino's saying. Did Maino put anything else out? Let me see. When you come to the best, you come to the best. Also, I guess he's just posting up his he's doing posts, I guess. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, let me get back to this story. And let's talk about we're gonna come back to this story and hopefully we'll get something new developing in terms of that. I wanted to talk a little bit about this Pop Smoke situation. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find the clip. Give me 1 second. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter if you guys can. We're gonna be trying to do Twitter Spaces chats. I wanna get to a point where we could do Twitter Spaces chats. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter because I wanna have a Spaces where we talk to some of the people that come into the chat. I wanna have that open for you guys. There was something I wanted to talk about in terms of Pop Smoke and his brother.
You know what I'm saying? That show love. Some people from
because Pop Smoke's brother is claiming that he wasn't really getting any support. I want to get back to the 50 Cent and you know, beef story and all that. We're gonna get back to that, but I want to talk about this for a little bit because Pop Smoke's brother is saying that he hasn't been getting any support from all these people, you know, running around and they saying the smoke will never clear. Pop Smoke, Pop Smoke. All these people got Pop Smoke's name in their mouth, but who's really checking in on his mother? Who's really checking in on his family? Making sure his family is good. I mean, there's so many, you know, rappers talking about the smoke will never clear, but niggas ain't checking on Pop Smoke and his mom. Niggas ain't checking on Pop Smoke's brother. Niggas ain't checking on Pop Smoke's family. So I wanted to talk about this. Let me just hear what Pop Smoke brother had to say. Let's get into it.
On you know, on Pop Smoke Day, you know what I'm saying, that show love. Some people from the church, you know. But the people that y'all would think should be tapping in, not tapping in. You know, academics already had an interview with Fabio, already ran down on him on the internet.
Damn, you ran down on Fabio?
Like, yeah.
Had to run down on Fabio. Now, Fabio, he be the number one nigga talking about, yeah, Pop Smoke this and Pop Smoke that. But you not showing up for the family.
But why though?
It's like you out, and this is what I'm saying. This is my.
But you don't feel like that stress your mom.
No, let him talk.
I'm just asking.
I got answers, bro. I'm not afraid, bro. Listen, for me,
not afraid.
Wallahi, all praises.
Facts.
Listen, at the end of the day, when you say you love, like for instance, if I was to die right now, my friends don't come support my mom or my family ever. That's an issue. I'm not saying you got business and you flying out and you got stuff to take. Everybody got to get their money, bro. I would never want to see a black man not get no money.
I feel you on that.
But if you talking about, yo, I'm ride or die, yo, we the woo, shoot for the star, I got it tatted on me. That's it.
Got you.
So you see, as the firstborn, he has expectations and he also feels an obligation to cover his mother.
That's right.
I, on the other hand, if you show up, you supposed to be there. You don't show up, You're not
You
supposed
cool
to
with
be
that,
there,
yeah.
right?
It
I
shows you who
don't.
you are.
Those were people who knew him, were a part of his world, on the ride for whatever it is they were going to get from being there with him. Not mad at you. Don't abuse me. Don't use me. Right? If you're not dealing with me, you're not dealing with me. But don't come through when you need a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it's about being real. So I am not as upset as he is.
Yeah, he's upset.
Yeah, he is. Because, it's his brother.
got it right
and
to
No, I
be
understand.
upset.
It was a different place.
I
It's a
feel
different place.
you. I
get
It's
it.
a different place. And so, because he knows of them and he understands that if they are who they said they were,
Right.
then they should cover us a little differently.
Got you.
But the fact that you're not covering says you are not what you say you are.
Forget us, my mom.
Yeah,
I'm my own person. I'm gonna take care of me. You feel me?
definitely.
But
My
what are they supposed to do for me,
mom.
though? What are they?
Whatever.
What were they
you-
supposed to do for
What
me?
you're doing, the foundation and things of that sort. That's why we here. They showing
Yeah,
love.
that's what we really
They
want
showing
to talk
love to
about,
the
the foundation.
How long did you have the foundation?
Yeah.
We started in 2021. Like he
So pretty much, Pop Smoke family is saying that, all these rappers is, they're talking about, Pop Smoke this and rest in peace, Pop Smoke, and the smoke will never clear and all this type of stuff. But niggas ain't really pulling up and showing love. They're not showing love to the family. They're not donating to the foundation. They're not promoting the foundation. And I'm gonna be honest with you, just to talk about it just for a little bit, when rappers pass away, we've seen this before. You see a bunch of people, they put up rest in peace. You see people put up all these posts and stuff like that. But, after a year goes by, it's like nobody's showing love. How many rest in peace and posts did we get of Nipsey? And then after a year went by, a couple of days, nobody's posting him up. Nobody's posting him up when his birthday comes around, or outside of maybe his girlfriend Lauren London and his family, nobody's really showing love. So we've seen this before. We've seen it with Pac, we've seen it with Big, we've seen it with Nipsey, we've seen it with Pop Smoke now. People will show love in the moment, but they won't show love forever. And it's sad. And it'd be the same people that was using these people for clout. Let's be real. Fabio was using Pop Smoke for clout. If you look at the historicity of Fabio and Pop Smoke, they didn't grow up together. In reality, Fabio is an older man, and Pop Smoke was a young brother. He was a young dude. Pop Smoke was only 20? How old was Pop Smoke when he passed away? Pop Smoke was like in his early, he probably like 21 maybe. Yeah, how old was Pop? How old was Pop? Pop Smoke age. Let me see. How old was Pop? Pop was 20 years. He was 20 years old. He was a baby. And how old is Fabio right now? Fabio foreign age. Fabio was 35 years old. So in reality, like, these dudes never grew up together. They want to. Fabio wanted to make it look like, yo, that's my bro right there. Yo, this woo and yada yada yada. Yo, bro, that's bro. Repping the woo right now. The smoke will never clear. But in reality, this nigga don't know this nigga like that. They didn't grow up together. They didn't grow up in the same sandbox. They not from the same neighborhood. Let's just be real. I'm just keeping it a buck. And he was showing love because at that moment in time, Pop Smoke was the wave. Pop Smoke was the wave. He put the woo on his back. He was the face of Brooklyn drill. He was the face of New York drill. And Fabio wanted to get his foot in the door. So, of course, he was riding the wave at the time. He was riding the wave. And we've seen this before. And, when somebody, tragically loses their life, when somebody is not around anymore, that love was never really genuine to begin with, because these people never grew up. They never really was able to really have a bond, because they didn't have years together. You just had one person riding the wave. and I'm not here to kick in Fabio's back because I'm just keeping it real. I mean, how many times have you seen Fabio Foreign post up a King Von, a rest in peace King Von post? How many times have you seen that? He done tracks with King Von. Let me put that up, King Von. Because I mean, I'm not trying to kick in Fabio's back. I'm just keeping it real. They got tracks together. They got songs together. You don't see Fabio posting up, yo, rest in peace, Von. Yo, Von, that was my dude. Long live Von. You don't see Fabio doing that. You don't see him keeping Von's name alive. You don't see him doing none of that. So it's the same premise of people will ride waves, but it wasn't really love. It wasn't really love. Niggas were just riding waves. Niggas was just riding waves. It wasn't really love. It was just niggas was riding waves at the time. And that's just how I look at it, right? That's just how I look at it. But it's a messed up situation because Pop Smoke's career was so promising. So promising. And it's just sad that, he tragically lost his life like that. And, people aren't really coming out. People will be quick to say the smoke will never clear. The smoke will never clear, but niggas ain't really showing love like that. It's just a sad thing, But salute to, Pop Smoke's mother. Salute to his brother, keeping his name alive and keeping that foundation alive. What else should I get into? Because I think we're pretty much done with the, I mean, I don't see any more new developments on the 50 Cent thing. I mean, I told you guys, I thought the Papoose record was dope. I thought the Maino record was kind of trash. So what else should we get into? Let me see. What else should we get into before we see what else we can get into? Hey, I need y'all to hit that like button. We only got 7 likes. Can y'all please hit that like button? Please hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that like button. There is something that I do want to talk about. Allegedly, they are claiming that Iran wants to attack Los Angeles, the west coast of New York, the west coast of America. There are reports of that. I think I want to get into that a little bit. Iran, California. I think Gavin Newsom actually was talking about that. Let's actually hear what he has to say. FBI is warning that Iran is planning on attacking California. Let me just play this a little bit and see what's going on here. Give my thoughts on this. Let's get into this.
I can tell you, we just learned that the FBI reportedly warned California police about.
I need you to hit that like button. Hit that like button, please. We only got 7 likes in the building. Please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We got a couple people in the building. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get into this report of Iran allegedly planning to attack California.
Good afternoon. I can tell you, we just learned that the FBI reportedly warned California police about that unconfirmed intelligence report involving a possible drone strike by Iran off the West Coast. That's according to ABC News. It's reports like that one, which is exactly why we see some barricades outside, fencing here. We know that by Sunday there will be hundreds of police officers deployed here to the Dolby Theater, along with hundreds of federal Homeland Security and FBI personnel. Moments ago, in a virtual news conference, Governor Gavin Newsom said that he was aware of those threats from Iran to attack areas of California with drone strikes. Take a listen.
Concerns as it relates to the broader concern, as it relates to drone strikes, we've been aware of that information. We've been working collaboratively through the SOC, which we established right after the war began, the State Operations Center, working with the Office of Emergency Service, but also working locally to make sure we transmit any information that we have received, and we're aware of that, which has been reported, I think, by ABC 7. We're aware of that information, and we transfer that information in real time to our local partners. Drone issues have been always top of mind, and we've assembled some work groups specifically around those concerns. But that's all I'll share at the moment.
How are y'all feeling about that, especially you Trump supporters? I want to hear from you Trump supporters. I feel like y'all niggas been hiding. The Trump supporters, listen, I had hundreds of Trump supporters come on this channel and talk about the goodness of Trump. A lot of them subscribed here. I want to talk to you guys. You guys have been hiding. Salute to Imperial Stat. He says they could be lying though, so they can get more backing on attacking Iran. You know, that could be so salute to you. That could be true. That could be true. But I mean, if it's a confirmed credible threat, it's something we should be taking seriously. You know? If it's a confirmed credible threat, it's something people should be taking seriously. And like I said, I want to talk to a lot of these Trump supporters. A lot of you Trump supporters, you thought that Trump wasn't going to bring more war. You vote, like a lot of you Trump supporters, let's be real. You voted for Trump with the premise of no more wars. You felt that Kamala Harris was going to lead us into a war, in the Middle East, only to vote for Trump and have him lead you into a war with the Middle East. Now, there's threats of the homeland being attacked. I need to talk to the Trump supporters. You know? Imperial says, ask 50 Cent. He MAGA. He is MAGA, isn't he? He is MAGA. I do feel like 50 Cent is MAGA. I do think he's like a closeted Trump supporter. And of course, he's from Queens as well. But again, I want to talk to you Trump supporters because a lot of you guys have been hiding. Here we are, you know, thrown into this Iranian war between the U.S., Israel, and Iran. There's other countries being drawn in now. You have the whole Middle East being drawn in now. You have Dubai, the UAE, you know, Saudi Arabia. All of these Middle Eastern countries being drawn in, having, you know, interest in this war. Lebanon. I want to talk to you Trump supporters. Did you vote for this? I want to know who to blame when this is all said and done. When the bombs have been dropped. When the blood has been spilled. We need to look at someone and say, you know what? You voted for this. You voted for this. Imperial says, Orange man effing up the whole world since day one. Man, ain't that a fact? The white man been messing up the world since day one. Let's keep it real. Keep it real. But like I said, when this is all said and done, when the bombs have dropped, when the guns have been shot, we need to look at someone listen, millions of people voted for this. You voted for this Iranian war. You voted for this conflict in the Middle East. You voted for it. Let's go back to Gavin Newsom.
I have nothing more insightful beyond just what's been reported and how we're transmitting what we know to our local partners, which is critical.
So there you have it. But important to note, authorities emphasize there is no confirmed specific threat tied to the Oscars right now. But they say heightened vigilance is necessary given the global tensions created by the conflict with Iran. Authorities say an encoded shortwave radio message believed to have originated in Iran was detected shortly after the reported killing of the country's supreme leader on February 28th. Investigators say the number sequence resembled signals historically used to communicate with covert operatives and may have been intended for sleeper cells, though officials stress
I've been hearing a lot about that as well. I've been hearing a lot about sleeper cells. I've been hearing a lot about that. I've been hearing about Iranian sleeper cells waiting to be activated, waiting to be, to get the signal for something.
Is no confirmed threat tied to it right now. ABC News, as we just said, reporting the FBI recently warned California law enforcement about intelligence suggesting Iran may have considered launching drone attacks from a vessel off the U.S. West Coast if American strikes occurred. Officials say the report included no details on timing, targets, or perpetrators and remains unconfirmed. Meanwhile, large gatherings like the Oscars remain a focus. Security experts also believe other likely targets include include transportation hubs like airports, Jewish facilities, and big sporting and entertainment events. The FBI and Department of Homeland Security say they are continuing to monitor potential retaliation threats today.
Stop that right there. You Trump supporters, you voted for this. Let me put that up on the screen. Let put you Trump supporters on. Let put Trump supporters. Let put them up there. Let put y'all on the Summer Jam screen. Y'all voted for this. Y'all voted for, let me get the hat wearers, the red hats. Y'all voted for this. Y'all voted for this. You Trump supporters voted for this. Okay? You guys had to put this nigga back in office. Kamala wasn't good enough. You didn't want the mammy to get in that White House. So now we gotta deal with this. Now we gotta deal with possible attacks on the West Coast of America. Absolutely ridiculous. I just want to know what you guys thought of that. I did see that in the news. I did want to talk about that a little bit. Yeah, but with that being said, listen, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think there's one thing I did want to look up. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Iran, California. There's something else I think I wanted to play. We played Gavin Newsom. It was something else that I think I had seen. And they're saying it could be a drone attack. Now, if you don't know, we saw that drones were attacking in Dubai. They were flying drones into hotels, attacking military bases, United States military bases. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, so they're saying a threat in California against military action. Let me hear rallies for military action.
This dangerous and insane war against Iran not only violates international law and our Constitution and War Powers Act.
It's just a protest. Let me see if I can find that video. Iran, Dubai, hotel. Yeah, missile strikes hotel in U.S. Israeli attack on Iran in Dubai. Listen, man, it's real. This happened in Dubai.
Coverage continues now. There is new video in from Dubai. We want to share this with you.
We've been hit. We've been hit.
So that is a fiery explosion at the Fairmont Hotel, believed to be caused by an Iranian missile. There are several different angles on this. The closer you get in, you can see the flames on the ground floor, it appears. United Arab Emirates saying that it intercepted several Iranian missiles that targeted its country. This is from Dubai in the area. You can tell that by the...
You see how they were targeting the hotels. It wasn't just the United States military bases. They were targeting hotels as well.
The skyscrapers that reach deep into the night
sky. The skyscrapers.
Local reports saying at least one person is dead by falling missile debris. Iranian state media, meanwhile, saying that regime had targeted American military bases in Qatar, in Bahrain, and in the United Arab Emirates. We will track that as best we can. Coming up here, Dana.
Let's get to the State Department now, where senior foreign policy correspondent Jillian Turner.
Absolutely ridiculous, man. Listen, man, you Trump supporters, this is what you voted for. You voted for. You didn't think Kamala was good enough. You didn't think that she deserved all. You voted for this. You voted for all of this, all of the things you're seeing today in the world today. You know, people, the ICE situation, the war in the Middle East. You Trump supporters voted for it. voted for it, man. You voted for it. But with that being said, listen, y'all. I'm about to call it a night. That's pretty much all I had to talk about. I don't see nothing new in terms of anything developing on the 50 Cent, Maino, Jim Jones, Papoose situation. So I'm gonna call it a night. If this is your first time here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you tune in. We're gonna be going live tomorrow as well, depending on what the story is. We'll see what happens with that. But you guys have a good night, man. You guys have a good night. You guys enjoy the rest of your week.